Aita for deciding to move away from my family after years of taking care of them. I'm a 28-year-old woman, and I have been the primary caregiver for my family since I was 18. It wasn't always easy, but I did it because I felt it was my duty. My parents divorced when I was young, and my mom struggled to raise me and my 3 younger siblings on her own. She worked long hours, and because of that, I often took on the role of second mom to my siblings. When I turned 18, my mom became sick. At first, it was just a few small things, but they eventually became more serious. She was diagnosed with a chronic illness that left her physically weak, and I had to step in to help with everything: cooking, cleaning, managing the house, and looking after my younger siblings. I didn't mind at first because I loved my family and I knew they needed me. But as the years passed, I started to feel overwhelmed. At 23, I started a full-time job, and while I had my own responsibilities, I was still caring for my family. The pressure was always there. I missed out on social events, career opportunities, and even the simple joys of having personal time. My mom, though grateful, never seemed to understand how much it weighed on me. She would tell me things like, "I know you're doing a lot, but you're strong, you can handle it." But as I got older, I began to feel like my life was stuck. I didn't have the chance to develop my own future, pursue my own dreams, or even figure out who I was outside of being their caretaker. My siblings were growing up, but they didn't seem to understand how hard it was for me. My younger brother, who's 22 now, just moved out recently, and he's already living his own life. My younger sister, 19, just started college and is busy with her own studies. They are both good people, but neither of them has really stepped in to help, even though I've asked. They always say they're too busy or they don't know how to help. After years of silently feeling trapped, I finally decided that I needed to make a change. I had been offered a job opportunity in another city, and after talking to my boyfriend and getting some advice, I made the tough decision to take it. I planned to move out of state, away from my family, to finally give myself the space I needed to grow and live my own life. I told my mom last week, and her reaction was not what I expected. She was upset, but I thought she would understand. Instead, she cried and said I was abandoning her. She said, "You've always been here. I don't know how I'm going to manage without you. How could you leave me after everything I've done for you?" My siblings didn't help either. My brother said I was being selfish, and that it wasn't fair to leave my mom after all the years she had taken care of us. My sister said that she would try to help, but she was busy with her own life. I feel like I'm being accused of something terrible for trying to do something for myself. I've been feeling really guilty. I know it's not easy for my mom to be on her own, and I understand why she's upset. But I also feel like I've been sacrificing my own happiness for too long. I've worked hard to get where I am, and I can't keep living for everyone else. But then I keep wondering, am I wrong for wanting to move on with my life? I don't know if I'm being selfish or if I'm just doing what I need to do for my own well-being. So, Aita for deciding to move away from my family after all these years of caring for them. I just want to know if I'm being unreasonable for wanting to put myself first. I just want to clarify a few things. I've always tried to be there for my family, and I've done so much to help my mom. But now, my siblings are both in a position where they could step in more, and I don't think they're doing enough. My mom and I are very close, but over the years, I've just realized that I've given up my own happiness to care for them. I'm scared of the guilt, but at the same time, I need to make this decision for myself.